they played the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They played the mash.
Lion's mane actually helps you stay concentrated when you're at work. Good morning, life and dogs and world. I'm so happy to wake up so early. I love it. I love it. Why me? Why me? Why me? I'm not getting up. Okay, I'm awake now. Good morning, everyone. So the minute I forced myself up out of bed and rinsed my face with some cold water, that's when I actually wake up. If I snooze, and I know it kind of sounds weird because sleeping more would actually make you feel better, you think? If you just wake right up, like when your first initial wake up is gonna be like, no, I don't wanna do it. But then when you go and splash your face with cold water and you're like, okay, I'm up, you actually feel better than if you were to snooze. So my first biggest tip is do not snooze. Do what you gotta do so that you don't snooze. For me, I do have to keep my cell phone far enough away from my nightstand so that it's not so easy to snooze. So I do have to get up out of bed and shut off the alarm. I waste so much time in the morning when I'm snoozing because you're constantly it's just so easy to do, you know what I mean? Like you're missing those hours. It might not seem like a lot, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, then an extra 5. Before you know it, you're waking up 30 to 40 minutes later than you anticipated. So that's why it's really important for me to just get right out of bed. And also snoozing makes me more tired. It has something to do with REM sleep. Like when you snooze, you don't go into like a full, I don't know, you guys can research it, but you don't go into a full sleep when you snooze, so that when you do eventually wake up after snoozing, you're actually more tired. You know when you're tired, you can't do nothing. I feel like it's tradition to use the Boss Lady mug. I always do. In all of my girl boss videos, I always use that mug. Great. Not a ton of creamer left, but we'll make it work. So no robe today because it is back to being so hot in LA, which is not cool LA. It's fall time now. Get it together, weather. So the next thing I do is one of my biggest tips, and when I'm consistently doing this, I know I could actually see my life changing before my eyes. And when I'm not doing this, I know because I could see my life going backwards and I see myself falling into the same bad habits. And you know, my little sister is still in school, so whenever she's feeling overwhelmed with things, she always says, okay, what should I do? And I always bring her back to doing this. So this is the most important thing. That's what we're gonna do right now. And I always do this with some yummy coffee. And that is a very powerful to-do list. So it's not necessarily just like have a healthy breakfast or make sure my homework's done. You're going to write down literally everything you want to do. So whether it's 10 things, 5 things, 15 things, it doesn't matter. You're gonna write down every single thing that you want to do. And then you're gonna save room at the bottom, and I like to draw like a line like this. And there you're gonna write things that you have to do. So these are things that usually have deadlines. Like for me right now, me and my family are going on a family trip. So it can be personal things too. It doesn't always have to be work related or school related or anything like that. But me and my family are all going on a trip, and there's some excursions that we want to book and do as a family, like snorkeling and stuff like that. Guys, I have been, even though this is something fun, I have been putting this off because I have to call somebody, I have to sit on hold. For me, I'm such an email person. When it's stuff like that, I just like to email or book online. Even like with paying bills, I like to pay online. My family, they already booked their spot, so now me and Jared have to book ours, and I've just been putting this off. So I actually need to call them and do that today. So something like that, because it's actually due tomorrow, so I want to get it done today. Things with an actual deadline you need to write down, because it's easy to be like, oh, this is due, and then, you know, tomorrow realize, oh my gosh, this is actually due today. I wanted to work on it yesterday.
Are available, and a representative will be with you as soon as possible.
Now, the next thing that I normally go do in my girl boss beat procrastination, increase productivity routine. Wow, that was a mouthful and kind of makes me sound cool. The next thing that I do is I go work out. So I'm actually not working out today. Today is one of my rest days, but I will show you clips of my workout yesterday.
rolling non-stop, watch shit don't never stop.
For me, I have to get in a morning workout, and I did find a dance studio that does before work workouts. That's actually what they're called, and they'll start anywhere from 6:30 or 7 a.m. By the way, this is the outfit of the day, and hopefully a boob doesn't pop out because I don't have a bra on. I come over to my desk and I do edit. Now, anybody that has a desk job or sits at a desk for a long amount of hours knows that it's easy to get so lost in your work. Like when I'm editing a video, sometimes guys, I'm literally sitting for 6 hours, just sitting here, you know, finding new music to use, or, you know, finding new text to use, fonts, piecing all the clips together. The whole thing can take a really long time. So what I'll notice is sometimes I put off editing a video, or I will procrastinate because I know I'm going to be sitting there for so long. And it's funny because once I start editing, I'm so excited because I genuinely, and I know a lot of YouTubers don't say this, they're always like, oh, the editing, like I don't like editing. I actually like editing. I like zooming in on funny parts, especially when Jared's in a video, he's always doing something silly, so I love piecing him in. So once I get doing it, I really do enjoy it, but sometimes knowing that I'm gonna be sitting for 6 hours, I'm like, no, I don't wanna do it. I will actually set timers. So I will set a timer for an hour, and then after, so we'll set the timer. That way I know it's time to get up, stretch. No, instead of doing an hour, I think we'll do 45 minutes. 45 minutes straight. And this also helps if you don't want to be doing something. So say it's math homework or writing a paper. Say, okay, I'm going to set my timer after 45 minutes. If I want, I can just stop doing it, or I can go for a walk, or I can go make, I always make like a chai tea or a matcha latte or something like that. So this just helps me stay focused. I feel like this is such a useful tool to do, because if you're doing homework or studying, I feel like it's so helpful to know, okay, in 45 minutes you're going to get up, you're going to stretch, so it's easier for me to stay focused knowing that I'm going to be getting that break. Okay, so the 45 minutes are up, and the next part of my girl boss routine is make myself a nice snack or drink. So we are going to be making some matcha right now, and if you follow me on Instagram stories, you know I love to make an iced matcha while it's still hot out. I'm sure once it gets a little colder, I'm gonna start making warm, hot matchas, but for now, I've been making ice ones, and they are delicious. So this is by the brand Four Sigmatic. You guys have seen me use their stuff before. It sounds odd, but it's actually really good for you. All of their stuff actually contains mushrooms. When I first heard about mushrooms being healthy for you and helping with energy and sleep, overall healthy lifestyle, when I heard this, I was like, wait, but there's mushrooms in this? Like, that is so weird. It probably tastes like mushrooms, but none of their stuff does. So the last time I used their products, I showed you guys their hot chocolate, and I also showed you guys their coffee. This one actually is their matcha mushroom drink, and it's really, really tasty because theirs has a little bit of ginger. So when you drink it, you kind of taste that little hint of ginger, which I like. Matcha is good, but I feel like the ginger just makes it better. The reason why I have this in the afternoon is because it does give me energy. You know, it does have caffeine in it, but it's not the same as coffee. I feel like sometimes if I have an afternoon coffee, I can kind of get the shakes, and it doesn't give me that same energy that morning coffee does, you know what I mean? So matcha is a great pick-me-up and something that I love to have at my desk. Nice and green, this smells amazing, and I love the container. It's like a cute little tin. And all of Four Sigmatic's products are gluten-free, vegan, instant, and organic. The first thing that I do is go in with my milk. So I'm using cashew milk. We're gonna do it right to the max line. I use about this much on my spoon, and I throw that in there. You want to add some sweetener. So I'm going in with maple syrup. You can go in with whatever you want. I just think all matcha lattes need a little sweetener. It's so good, guys. So it's really tasty, and it actually says on the back which type of mushrooms are in it. So this one actually contains lion's mane mushrooms, and I found on Four Sigmatic's website, lion's mane actually helps you stay concentrated when you're at work. So when I first got the matcha powder, I just started doing that. Like, I would say, okay, you know, I need a little work pick-me-up, I'm gonna have some matcha, not even realizing that. And then when I read that on their website, I was like, that's so funny, because that's when I drink it. I drink it when I'm working. Matcha is a midday drink for me that does help me stay focused at work, helps me concentrate. You know, like I said, editing is so many hours that I need that full concentration and of course a yummy drink. And I actually wanted to show you guys this as well because I've shown this before in previous videos and so many of you guys got this and said that you liked it too. But if matcha is not your thing, or even if it is, Four Sigmatic does make a hot cocoa. If you're like me and you love hot chocolate, but you don't want all the calories of hot chocolate, this only has 25 calories, and as you can see in the ingredients, it's mainly cacao powder, ginger, and of course, mushrooms. So I heat up some cashew milk. You wanna add in the hot chocolate. And then you wanna make sure you add some stevia or honey to give it a nice sweet taste. If you do want to try the matcha or any other products from Four Sigmatic, they are giving my subscribers 15% off your first order. Just visit foursigmatic.com/Sam15 and discount is already applied at checkout. Had a fun night.
We had a nice exclusive dinner. There was like 3 people who had wine. This is what happens when I have a glass of wine. I can't even finish it. Hi guys, so I just got to my early morning workout class. That's why I look tired. I'm gonna put that right there so I don't lose it. My last tip is to surround yourself with other girl bosses, or surround yourself with people that raise your vibrations and make you feel amazing and support you and love you and want to cheer you on. I've attracted friends that are friends, and of course they wouldn't wish bad on me, but I don't really feel that support. Like, can you guys relate? Like, they're not necessarily bad friends. Like I said, they don't wish badly on you, but there's just something missing, something that, and for me, it's the support. Like, one of my friends recently actually brought up Vlogtober, that I've been doing Vlogtober, and they were like, you're uploading 4 videos a week? Like, that is crazy, like, go you. And then that same day, I had a friend be like, you're kind of taking this fall thing really far. Like, it's only the beginning of October. It's when it was like October 1st, and I was full on fall. That's because I love fall. Have we met? There's certain energy that you feel when you're with certain people that just hold you accountable for your goals, make you feel good about your goals, make you feel like you can achieve that and it's not crazy. And I know for me and Jared, that's one of the things that's amazing about our relationship is we hold each other accountable, but we also support one another. And you know, when we're having a challenging day, we talk it out. At the end of the day, your goals are up to you. You can't put that on somebody else, but I think that it's so nice when you do have a support system. I hope that this last part made sense about the friend thing. So I have to go work out, but I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.